Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome to Iron Lung. Short little indie horror game that's sort of been doing the rounds recently. You know what, I know Twitch isn't really the place to play these games. It's sort of, thing that should really be played on YouTube, but fuck it. I love indie horror. One of my, the highlight of the year for me is when I do the Halloween streams. And I do like the collection of indie horror games, and I just get to play all these fun little ideas. I mean, some of them are better than others. And but from what I understand, this one's a bit longer. It's got about an hour to an hour and a half's worth of gameplay, so it's got enough for a decent-sized stream. And I think it should be good fun, from what I've heard about it. Because as you can see, just by looking at it, it's definitely got the horror vibe. Because I don't know how much story is contained within the game. I'm assuming there is some, but we're about to go exploring on a planet that has an ocean of blood. Which, honestly, sounds fun. Could be, anyway. I don't know. A couple of fun facts I actually found out about this only last night. I probably should have done a bit more research. I never really bothered to do that, but this game is actually made by the same developer who's actually done a couple of games I have played on the stream before. If you remember, I think it was late last year, I played two short little sort of walking simulator type games called The Moon Sliver and The Music Machine, which were it's sort of like a pair that's supposed to be sort of kind of part of this sort of connected sort of universe thing, and they were both really good. And I didn't realize until last night that actually it's by the same developer. He's done a couple of other games, and I'm desperately trying to remember what the hell they're called off the top of my head. I can't remember. I should have looked up. I forgot. I'm an idiot. Maybe I'll look it up during the break if we go that long. So yes, time to explore an ocean of blood. Should be good fun. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict, tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside, and the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you will earn your freedom. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Okay.
Beginning your descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Okay.
Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so receive and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
Alright, WASD to move, mouse 1 to interact, tab for map, B for briefing. 2 weeks ago we conducted an explanation of Moon AT-5 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of a fourth blood ocean. Interesting, a fourth blood ocean. A trench beneath the ocean surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicators next to the sub-controls will trigger if you're getting too close to an obstacle. Good luck. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Right, so this is our map. Wait, where the fuck am I? 182116. 182116. So we're about there-ish, I guess. Yes. Yeah, we're about there, so we need to go north. Which looks to be that way. Okay, so that's forward, that's back, presumably. Okay, we got O2. What else have we got? Ooh, what's this? Ooh. Oh. Right, I get you. That's going to be where I take the picture. There's a note. This is not an expedition. It is an execution. When they put you in here, they don't want you to return. Even if you do, and even if they keep their promises, what freedom waits for you? A few dying ships in a sea of dead stars. There is still hope. It lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void is an illusionary as starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here at the bottom of an ocean, unseen, unheard, and uncontrolled. They will get their execution. I will get my freedom. Well, that's a bit bleak. Okay, well, forward it is. Okay, hang on. What do we want to go up to about 200. And then turn right. Ooh. What's it supposed to be? Like plants? I don't know. I wouldn't mind stopping every once in a while and taking a quick snappy snap. Nothing much there. You know, I'm gonna do this and there's just gonna be something there, isn't there? Like a humanoid figure or something. Bound to be what it is. Don't see much. I'm assuming the picture is being taken at the front of the ship. Can you hear that? Hang on. Let me turn the volume up. Because oh, can I not? Can I not get into the menu from here? I just wanted to turn the volume up. God damn it. Hang on, let me just turn it up for you guys. Because the game is quite quiet. And I feel like you guys would really like to hear it. So give me just a second. Okay, so we're 1-8. We're about there, and we're about there. We're pointing that way. So if we go forward to about 300 on the X. Is presumably, yeah, it's this wall here that I'm close to. That's closer than I expected. Let's go up a bit, shall we? What the hell am I seeing? Little bit careful. Don't want to end up getting too close to that ship. I do wonder if that O2 is going to go down like literally over time, or... Okay, there it goes. Ooh, okay. So we're at 250 by what, about 200? So we're about, yeah, we're about there. We keep going across to 300. I'm assuming the map is rough and approximate. Okay, so we've got 322 and 186. What's with the A? It says A33, A50. Don't know if there's like something I can do. Doesn't look like it. There's only the 4 buttons there. Oh, unless that's what that's what the A is. A33, right, that makes sense. It's the direction you gotta point in. Like altitude or no? Attitude? 33. Ooh. I don't know what it is. Spikes. Okay. Oh, hey, tick mark. Okay, so we gotta go... Let's go north to about 225 on the Y. Alright, yeah, we got it, I got it. Okay, so we're about 225 on the Y, and what are we on the X? 2, 3, 22, so we're about there. If we go 45 degrees. just a little bit up until, yeah, until Y hits, wait, what was it, Y263. Okay, I think I got it. 263 was it? Yeah, and then we go right until you're at about the correct thing. Nope, too far. We want 90. As dead on as we can. 7, 8. We want to look at 50, do we? Alright, I think I got it. I got the hang of it. More spikes. Goody goody gumdrops. I am wondering because, like, there's like blurry patches on this. I'm assuming there's a connection between these two. That's my guess. Don't know which one would be worse to look at. There's definitely things in here though. And I'm wondering how long it's going to be until one of them shows up on this. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to go north. Yeah, we need to go northwest. Which is, what is it, 3, hang on, it's 45, 315? We want to go up to about there. 300 on the Y. Let's see what we get. Oh, that sounds way too close for comfort. I almost want to like try and catch something. Okay, so we're at 303.41. So we're about there-ish. I think we need to go a little more this way. Nice and careful now.
Oxygen notification.
Balls. Am I on a natural time limit? That might actually be a problem. Not sure what all these sounds are, truth be told. It sounds like there's something right outside. I can hear it, but apparently I can't see it. I don't know. 259406. Wait, 259. No, we need to go further up. Straight up. Is it 406? A little too far. What was it? 296. Okay. 296. 296. Whoops, too far again. I guess we're about to find out what all this crunching noise is. Oh, speaking of, it's not gonna be teeth or something. Nope, that's worms. Somehow that's worse. Okay, best way back. I guess back the way I came, huh? That thing again. But it's actually like playing a worse version of Subnautica. Blooming heck. Okay, so we want to get Y to 300. Hang on a sec, I got it. So we're about 210. There we go. Okay, so we want to go to about, say, should we say 350 by 300? No, we're practically there, actually. We're a little high up, we're about there-ish. Okay, so yeah, we want to go roughly that direction. To about 400. That might be a bit too north. Yeah, we're a little too far north. Not that far. What happened? Damn it. Did I screw up? Did I hit something? Ooh. Okay. How close to bang on 90 can you get? we've got to squeeze through this little crevice. I don't know if that was scripted or if that's a sign of me having dinged into something. So it should be a relatively clear shot. So we gotta go to 560 and 277. Okay. There's a really good sort of sense of tension in this. You're almost just expecting to hear, I don't know, other sounds. Yep, pretty much like that. But yeah, I don't know, you're on a planet with an ocean of blood. It's like... Was it 560? Right. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, wait, what am I close to? Oh. I wasn't close to something, it got close to me. Okay, 5, 6, 43. What is that? I don't know, but it's gone now. Great. Great. Okay, so we need to go down. Way down. That sounds very close. So what are we looking for? 613 and 197. Okay. This could take a while. Okay. Wait, hang on, was it 197? What are we looking at? 55, okay. Ooh, it's a skeleton. Turn that way a bit. Kind of annoying, we gotta go all the way into here. Okay, so we need to go up to about 270. So you've got to go up to Y is about 270. I do wonder if those pictures are like procedurally generated, or if perhaps we are actually sort of moving through an area. It's about 270. Roughly. Hello. It's moaning Martin over there. Alright, so what are we at? 686. About there-ish. Alright, so yeah, gotta go directly east and hope we don't crash. As close to a straight line as we can get. I'll do it. Alright. We might not be alright. What are we looking for? 750 is when we should start worrying about the cave. Yeah. Okay, 7662. Yeah. Okay, I think we made it. So 864. That's getting even closer. Why is it getting even closer? Should be past that by now. 864. 258 straight down. I got it. I got it. I got it. That's really loud. Wait, what were we looking for? 258. What is that? Is that like a temple? Looks like a building. Well, we got it. Can't necessarily say I'm glad about that particular fact. Okay, so we want to get back up to about 2.7, anything over 2.75-ish should be okay. Okay, then we want to go this way directly. Too far. I got it, guys, I got it. I'm at the moment, I kind of feel somewhat apprehensive about this. I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. We've heard the moans of monsters. It's like, how long until we start hearing the moans of other things? So we're about at, what was it, 800, 288, so we're about there. Start hearing blinking. Okay, there's that. There it is. Too close to the north side, but it looks. Great. Maybe that's what happens if you don't hit it properly or something. Shouldn't have, according to the numbers. Alright, so we need to go this way. I don't know if this game has a fail state, or if this is all just spooks for the sake of spooks. So we need to go down to about 225, okay. Then we go right, then we go straight up. But there was nothing there. I had no warning. Okay, just another spook. It's fine. Wait, what are we doing? Wait, whoa, hang on. That's not where I was. Hang on, 345. It's about there. 7. Oh, we're suddenly there. Give or take. No, in fact, we're at, hang on, that's 50. That's 70. That would actually make more sense, wouldn't it? Hang on, 6. We got punted. Because I was coming like down here and suddenly we're up here. Okay. Yeah, we're about there. So we go north. Okay, well, something helped. Apparently. Or maybe I blacked out for a bit. Okay, I didn't even notice the numbers had changed. I thought I'd hit something. each that way a little bit, shall we? Alright, so we want to go up to X 600, say. No, it's Y 600 even. Idiot. Get it right. I'm always getting my X and my Y's mixed up. I'm glad it labels them. And yeah, it should be 500, not 600. Another thing. So we're 577 along the X, which is about there-ish. So yeah, we're about there. So we want to start moving roughly this way. Roughly. What's the number we're looking for again? 623,520. Let's see which one we get to first. Perfect. 63 and 63 on this. Blimey, we're almost there. Come on. Ooh, more bones. Fun. I want to have a more of a look at this thing. I'm really curious if, like, these are all generated based on your location, or if so, okay, based on the fact that this bit of cloud along here, whatever it is blocking this off, possible way forward here, possible way forward here. I could argue maybe this way, but I don't think so, because that looks like an edge. And while you could technically go down and around, probably not. I think the safest route to do would be this. I kind of, it would be nice if I could go up that way, but you probably can't. So yeah, we're gonna have to turn around. So we gotta go along there. We don't want to dip below 500 on the Y, and we want to go to 400 on the thing. Anybody there? Something doesn't like me very much. You know, I'd say that something like this is kind of like Subnautica if it was a horror game, but let's be honest, Subnautica is already a horror game. More or less. Yeah, we want to stay between 500 and 525 if we can help it. We're about 500 now. We still got to go another 100. This could take a while. Notice the O2 thing hasn't gone down again since, which is good, considering how much. I don't know what the hell is being leaked into the air right now. Are we supposed to like fix this? Can't interact with it in any way. devil. Okay, so we're about 400. So we want to go this way-ish. And hope that there's a path there. Well, if we can go past 550, we'll be into unknown territory. Waiting for the beep, I guess. Okay, so we're at 550. There's something ahead. Maybe we're a little... now. Whereabouts are we? 373. Yeah, we gotta get into the 600s to be safe. Alright, we made it. So yeah, we're back on the map. So 741. Might as well inch that way just a little bit. Getting to that one in that tiny little crevice, that's going to be the tricky one. Ah! Oh, shit. I could just hear this noise behind me. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? Oh, that's what the noise is. It's like, ah, I'm on fire. That's gonna chew into my oxygen, isn't it? God, that constant hissing is driving me nuts. Alright, so we got 741 even, not 714. What are we looking for? 25. Okay. Hold on to your butts. What the fuck? Is that like an octopus? Maybe. I'm really curious, like, if this actually is like a thing that exists. Okay, so we want to go. Okay, we got a really tight one to get to. This one's going to be difficult. I mean, that one's not exactly going to be easy, but still. So we're going to go south until about 660? No, that's because I was pressing the wrong button. I was like, wait, why is the Y going up? Okay, 660. About 650. Yeah, it's about 660 is the best I can sort of hope for, I guess. And then, yeah, we just want to go right till about, what is that, 200. So left even, not right. This is going to be a tight fit. We're going to have to take it nice and careful. Just wait for the thing to stop moving. There it is. Don't like that sound. About 200. It's definitely this. Just gotta get to 180. And what was that? 576. What can I see now? Nothing. Now is really not a good time. Why is everything wibbling? Don't like that it's wibbling. Why do I get the feeling I'm about to see a, I don't know, giant mouth or something? I don't like this, I don't like this. What even is that? Is that like a portal? I don't know. Is that a portal? Should we just go into it and see what happens? Bill was supposed to come here last, but I haven't. So I think we're gonna have to leave whatever it is alone. Maybe I'll come back here if I have time at the end. Oh, it did it again, didn't it? Alright, where the hell did you just teleport me to? Hang on, X is 277. About there. Oh, blimey neck. 633. Oh, blimey neck, you literally just punted me out of the cave. Why does the game keep doing that? That's so weird. Alright, let's go up diagonally until we're at about Y700. I don't know if that's like something done to make navigation a bit easier, if that's done to be creepy, or if it's supposed to imply something's actually punting me. I don't know what that is. We'll go for about Y700. Then we can go straight through there. Actually, we want to be a little lower, I think. Let's make it 795. 795, and then we go straight right. And we get the last one, and then we see what's what, shall we? So we go straight along. X 338, 300, so about there-ish. We've got to go all the way along to about 550. Is it going to be a long trip? This game has great atmosphere. Like, you're expecting something big to happen in a way that what I'm assuming was like a portal. It looked kind of like a portal. We may hear a complaint from the north as I go along. Hi. You still alive? Are we dead? I don't think I've got a lot of time left. Where the hell am I right now? Those were just rocks. I don't think they were just rocks. Okay. On both sides, we must be around about here now. Yeah, 500. Should be okay.
Oxygen notification.
Yep, can't say I'm surprised. More fires have broken out, have they? I get the feeling that oxygen thing is probably scripted. Okay, so we're about 560. Oh, that's scraping, really getting to me. Oh, it's like a cacophony of whales. I want to go up to about 775. Oh dear. I don't think I've got a lot of time. think I'm about to run out of time. I was really hoping to finish it, but I don't think I'm gonna. I'm assuming I'm about to drown. Or maybe it'll stop before that happens. I don't think so. That'd actually be really annoying. I got like one left. Oh no, no, it stopped. Has it stopped? Yeah, I think it has. I think it's actually stopped. Well, that's good. Okay, so we got 675, and now we need to go up to 828. Okay. So yeah, I guess it's all sort of scripted. They sort of expect you to go this way. I don't know what that sound is. I'm not sure I want to know. What's our thing? 295. Well, I guess we take the last little picture and then... Right! I was expecting the jump scare after the last picture, not before. Very good. Very good. The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as they would have been torn apart by some huge beast. Can confirm. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse, its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope. Well, maybe. I mean, if it said all the stars and habitable planets are gone. But let's be honest, habitable planets is actually the minority, really, when you actually think about it. Habitable planets are very low in number compared to... sorry, just turning down the volume so I can actually concentrate. But yeah, habitable planets are surprisingly low in number. I mean, we don't know what the number of habitable planets is in terms of possible life, but it's not a large number. So if you get rid of all the possible habitable planets, that still would probably leave like 99.99% of all planets in this, you know, in space. So there's still a lot of planets. And if we have the resources to build giant space stations, then we have the resources to build habitats on those planets. Like, honestly, the habitable planets of the universe disappearing wouldn't really be that bad. It would be annoying as fuck, because it means we'd have to live in bubbles and shelters forever, and it probably would also mean that Earth has disappeared. So, you know, humanity would have to become a purely spacefaring civilization. But it could happen. It could be done. And it's not like all the stars have gone, because there's clearly stars in the night sky. I mean, you know, it said all the stars and habitable planets. So does that mean that any star that had a habitable planet around it has also gone? Or does it mean all the stars that are good for having habitable planets around, but don't necessarily have one. Because it's generally agreed that if you... Well, okay. Theoretically speaking, every type of star has a habitable zone around it. In theory, some are easier to live around than others. Like, our star is a pretty typical main sequence star. It's what's known as a yellow dwarf. It's a pretty common star type. Roughly. I think the most common type of star in the universe is actually the red dwarfs. I think. So, yeah. I don't think it would be as bad as this game is making out, truth be told. Also, depending on the technology level, you can live under artificial sunlight. Yeah, I mean, exactly. This is the thing. It's like, while it would be annoying and it would be inconvenient, it wouldn't be impossible to live permanently without a planet. I mean, it says that the planets left behind had no resources on them. Which is like, really? Most planets have a fuck ton of resources. Even the most barren rock in our solar system has resources. Like, take Mercury, for instance. There's a fudge ton of resources on that planet. So, but anyway, that's just me nitpicking at the storyline on that one. That'd make an interesting story for like a space building game, you know, like a survival kind of game, like a sim. In a world where, you know, there's no habitable planets left, so you've got to just keep building space stations to expand your empire. And if you're exploring habitable stuff, you would also pick up for stuff to plant. Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's like, if there are space stations left, which presumably there are, they are presumably at least relatively self-sustaining, I guess. You know, they'd have their own biosphere and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. I could nitpick the holes in the story on this. That's just me being me, because I'm a big space nerd. But anyway, the game was good. A little shorter. I was expecting it to stretch out to an hour and a half. We got about an hour on it. But yeah, that was good fun. I enjoyed that. That was really good. As I said, that last jump scare, that got me. I will freely admit, I was genuinely startled by that. I was expecting the jump scare after I took the last picture, not before I took the last picture. So, you know, it is what it is, I suppose, on that one. Okay, then. Well, as I say, I was hoping the game would go on for a bit longer. Yeah, well, okay, that being what it is, this was actually good fun. Like, I did enjoy Iron Lung, I will say. I do think it's a very nice, it's a nice short little experience, and sometimes that's what you want. You know, it's got good atmosphere, like a very curious story. I know the dev has said, you know, I wasn't expecting this game to be as popular as it was. You know, a couple of YouTubers picked it up. That's where I spotted it, I think it was. You know, that's usually a good sign. Like, if the YouTubers are playing your game, that's a good sign in general. And you know, I think it sort of hit its thing, because as I said, this guy did he's done a few other games as well. As I said, he did hang on, let me just that's it. Yeah, he did The Moon Sliver, and he did The Music Machine, which I talked about earlier. He did do another one as well, which is called A Wolf in Autumn. I don't know what that is. I haven't played it. So, yeah. But I think his most profile release is actually Dusk. It's one of those retro first-person shooters you see knocking around. Like the Twitch shooters, I think they're called, because it relies on like twitchy gameplay. Which is quite popular from what I understand. It's a pretty good game. But yeah, so if you've ever played Dusk, it's the same by the same guy who made that. So yeah, apparently, so he's also done this, and as I said, he did the Moon Sliver, Music Machine, A Wolf in Autumn. So that's good fun. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.